Hello everybody, welcome to another interactive Kibitzing session. Look for the other players now while I share our screen. Screen being shared. We're about to play 2 hours with and against human experts. Kind of game than when you're playing with robots. Much more interesting if you ask me. But right now, many of you, perhaps most of you, will be aware that it's happening, the World Bridge Games in Argentina. So we see a lot of, here we are seeing a lot of view-graph matches, but right now we're in a lull. View-graph will start soon. Let me set up the table here for our little game. It should be starting in about 5 minutes or less. Not being competitive. Casual. Start a table. South. I usually don't do that. But let's do it because sometimes I want to blog about stuff that happened in the match, and I have to jiggle around with the city a bit less if I need some. Nobody online. This is to ensure that the video engine does not pull a card out of our hands. Yes, that is a thing. It's hard to believe, but it is a thing. But you surely don't need permission to Kibitz. But you need permission to somebody gets offline for some reason. I don't want random people to sit down. Here's our coverage. Let's begin. That's I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Browser. Here's Rhoda, Rhoda 2. So I'll open the table it's already set up and wait for Liam to sit down. Maybe he's here. Visible. Yes, we are all here. So it begins. We have a greet everybody. Best before I greet everybody. One no trump, 3 no trumps. Usually people prefer to lead a major against this auction, but 5 good clubs kind of demand my attention. And well, let's see, maybe it looks like it might have been wrong, considering dummy. But let's hope for Parra to have the queen of clubs. That would be quite good. Parra has a queen of clubs. and an entry, we are in good shape. It's not likely though. It looks like dummy with 11, as with 7. Okay, so let's continue with clubs. I'm trying to lead the 8th in order to convince both declare to duck and partner that I have an entry in the middle suit hearts, but that's kind of a dream, if you ask me. So here we are. Partner has queen 3rd, clubs most likely, and dummy has 11 high card points. We have 6. That's 17, 23 missing, which leaves us about 6 to 8 with Rhoda. We have to hope. Apparently she has a king of spades and a queen of clubs. That's not a good setup for us. Maybe she has a queen of diamonds as well. If she has a queen of diamonds, we have a shot, but that's probably the only possibility. That would leave her with ace king in the majors, king of diamonds. That's 14. Yeah, no king. So 8 tricks for them, 1 for us. And clubs was the right after all. Let me put the invite link. Kibitzers. And another weekend which passes. Pass again. If it ends like that, of course we'll lead a heart. Not with high hopes of establishing hearts. Our hand is so weak, and the hearts are so bad, but it's mostly because any other lead would be a shot in the dark, and partner's not bidding. And so she should have a balance, and she should have a long suit if it ended in 1-0 trumps. That would leave them with about 20, 21 high card points. So it would leave partner with a good hand. So it's not the case here. They are bidding 3-0, so all bets are kind of off. And apparently dummy was looking for a 5-3 fit. We should lead. Therefore not a heart. They might have 4 hearts as well, which would make it a very bad lead if we let a heart in this situation. But as I said, shot in the dark, I will lead. Heart, I hope maybe hearts are 2-2 or something like that. King ace. We're hoping that partner has something like king jack 3rd and the queen of spades. There you go. So now our hearts are high. All we need is for partner to hold a quick club entry. declarer would have 4 spades and 2 hearts, 6. He can have 3 clubs for us to defeat this. He has 3 clubs, so we won't defeat it. That makes it easy. Step that we can see. So far, 2 uninteresting boards happening, by the way. Not Vo versus Vo. I will not get frisky here, but it's tempting to open 2 hearts, considering the vulnerability. The problem is I might mislead partner. And actually, if I were not short in spades, if I was short in diamonds or clubs, I think I would have more reasons to preempt. But with this hand here, now I have to be the heart, of course. But with this hand here, the hearts should not be trying to preempt spades with less than ideal distribution because it's a lost cause.
Hello.
Hello, Barbara. Good to see you. Now maybe we should take away their invites with 3 hearts. Our hand is so pure that perhaps usually this would require 6 hearts for me to go to the 3 level, but with such a pure hand, all our values are in hearts, and a spade singleton, it has some added value to push them around a little bit. So here we are fighting against 4 spades. If I had opened 2 hearts, maybe we could have prevented them from finding their best fit. Maybe. I don't know. Let me win this with the jack. Try to cash our hearts. And now we need to switch to clubs in case partner has a club honor and a spade stopper. Because if we don't switch to clubs, maybe the declarer will make 5 spades. If partner has 5 spades, note that he may be on a 4-3 here. If partner has 5 spades, we are probably going to defeat this anyway. It's all about, and if he has 5 spades and the club stopper. But if he has 4 spades with the stopper and the king of clubs, and I don't switch to clubs here, the player can make 5 diamonds, 4 spades, and say the club ace. So it should be a club shift here. When partner has the ace, it doesn't matter. He has the king. It's best to shift to that. And therefore establish that king before the player can draw trumps and run diamonds. Now the player will try a spade finesse apparently and will not get lucky with that, which is good for us. And looks to be over. No guarantees though. If one has 5 spades with the king, then the declare is really in bad straits. It looks like declare had 5 spades. Oh no. Down 2 it is. He had 5 spades, but not the second spade trick. But I had a 10. Very nice 10 from Buga. They overbid a little bit, I think. 4 clubs, it's kind of pushy. 3 spades would be, I think, closer to a good estimate of West's potential. Now, speaking of potential, we have the potential of losing a slam here. Let's see what develops. Yes, not only they're opening 2 clubs, but they are also making a positive auction after that. But West is stepping on the brake. Looks like he has a minimum 2 club opening bid. Now East is deciding whether to keep moving or not. Well, if this were money bridge, I would be happy to see a 2 club opening bid. And I have this hand, and they don't bid slam. It's always good news. Now, that is a hand with which I would be hard pressed to pass, because partner is concerned about trumps. And it's a general rule of slam bidding that is not quite as publicized as it should be. When you have amazing trumps, and East has amazing trumps for the context here, it is very often the case. I don't know if this hand fits the bill exactly, but it's very often the case that you should take charge, because partner will be afraid of his trumps for a slam. So, but how to take charge over 4 spades, not clear. Maybe by just beating 5 spades. I know people ascribe many different kinds of meanings to 5 spades here, asking for this or that control. But I like the old-fashioned, I have more than 4. 5 spades means I have more than 4. Okay, apparently our declarer has 5-4 and the blacks 2-2 maybe. We just got our club trick, and who's making an ace? Well, that's it. Rhoda had a good lead, clear from her viewpoint, but still good. If she didn't have such a clear lead, then led the ace of diamonds, for example, then 12 tricks would be laid down. Or if the ace of diamonds were shorter, or if the jack of diamonds were on side. So it's not such a horrible slam. Okay, 11 high card points, but a spade fit. I will force the game on this one on account of the spade fit. If my black suits were reversed, I would bid one on trump with this one. It's a good instance of, at least how I see it, of how points don't tell the whole story. Now, should we prefer spades or hearts here? Rhoda has 3 hearts too. And in general, concealing the fact of a double fit would be interesting for us. And my spades are weak. I could discard some spades on Rhoda's clubs if she has nice clubs. So I think hearts looks better than spades. No club discard for my spades, but a nice lead. If all is reasonably well, we will lose a spade. Maybe a heart if hearts are 4-1 and a club. 10 of diamonds shows some shortness there. Clubs should be 5-5 or 6-4 at the most when they're not bidding them. So if anybody's long in hearts is West. The right play with this combination would be, without this inference of West being long in hearts, ace unblocking the 9, sometimes West has a singleton 10 or jack, and heart to the queen and a heart to the 8. But I don't believe that. I don't believe that this guy has 2 diamonds and 1 heart. Too many black cards for him. So let me do the opposite. I will do low to the queen, because I want to start on spades after only 2 trips. Still don't believe that that is a singleton. Let's unblock just in case, but don't believe it. Okay. Seeing is believing. And so now that means that he's long in spades. So we could also rough a diamond right now. That's kind of safe. That is kind of safe. And if West has 5-5, now Ira has avoided in spades in that case. It's possible. It is possible. Ira would have 0, 4, 4, 5. And in that case, if I leave a spade to the 8, he roughs club to West, king of spades roughed again, and I'm still stuck with a losing spade. Not cool. Not cool. So I don't think I can make it. Maybe playing a club now to take off the second spade, but no. If spades are 5-0, I am a dead duck anyway. But I think I should play a club at this point. Just because one of the winning scenarios is roughing the 4th diamond and dummy, cashing the ace of spades of 4-1, and West has 6-4. And then maybe, not maybe, I will have 5 heart tricks, 1 rough, 6, 3 diamonds, and 1 spade. I don't need any spade finances. I'll do this. Looks good to me. for this to survive. If it doesn't survive, I'm dead. Okay, good. That's claim 2 tricks for us. So Leon had 4-2-1-6, or rather 4-1-2-6. Spades were 4-1, unless he had 7 clubs. Yeah, 7 clubs. Unusual way to play this, but everything worked out well. When spades were 3-2 with the spade honors, I might have made 11 tricks, actually. But I wouldn't like to lose a spade finesse to a singleton honor, which I thought was likely considering the 10 black card. 10 black cards with West. By the way, people at the Zoom, let me know if the sound is reaching you well or not. This is a new computer, new laptop. I want to know if the microphone is good enough for this or if I should get something else. Technical aside. I was about to suppose what Leon just explained. So 3 clubs is dame and 3 diamonds denies a major, 4 clubs is clubs. And 4 diamonds by East is a positive action, 4 clubs. If East did not like clubs, if East were not enamored of slamming clubs, he would either bid 5 clubs or 4 no trumps. 4 no trumps by East would not be a key card ask here, because East has limited his hand, even though he's very strong. He has shown his high card strength already. West hasn't. West can have all kinds of hands. And so East needs a way to show enthusiasm or lack of enthusiasm for clubs. So unless they are playing something artificial here, and Ira just said that they were not, that for diamonds is no particular agreement, any 4-level bid here is a Q bid, shows a control, and also says, I like your clubs. 4 no trumps and 5 clubs are the ways to say either I don't like your clubs if I bid 4 no trumps. I prefer no trumps to clubs. Or, okay, I have a club fit, but my hand is bad for slam. As you can see, he likes his clubs. West is unlimited in strength, and he should have at least 5 clubs, of course, to bid them. Very often 6, with a 4-card major on the side, because he used to stay. Fascinating. Ira is betting on 6 clubs. 21 with 6 solid diamonds. I can't really play the jack here. Rhoda may have even a club trick if she has king 30. Why not? Sometimes you have the king of hearts. It would be a great lead if she has it. They didn't inquire about heart controls. But that's neither here nor there, because if they are missing, they are not missing the club trick, then they have 12 tricks. They're not missing the club trick or the heart control. He then has a jack of diamonds to come back to his hand to finish trumps. No, he's just a step. He had a void, but diamonds are high. He doesn't know it, but they are. So the hand is over. Good judgment by Ira. Betting on 6 clubs. He might have had only 5. But then, if he had only 5, he would have other ways to make it. Good judgment by them to tie the match. Note that even if Rhoda were clairvoyant and led a spade, he had immediate pitches, so no way to defeat that one. Ace of spades, let's see, low spade lead. Fantastic lead by from King Doubleton, but let's say she did it. Ace, Ace, King, Queen, Ace, King of Diamonds, discarding 2 spades and the Queen of Hearts. And he would ruff a heart and dummy, the Jack would fall. Happily ever after. Double 1 heart. A max 1 heart, but not enough for 2 heart bid by my lights. Even not focusing on the 4 versus 5 card issue here, which is important. People should discuss whether 2 hearts promises 5 or can be used with 4. But I don't think this hand is good enough for that anyway. I will, of course, make a violent positive move regardless of anything Rhoda says if she makes some show of strength. 4 hearts it is. Don't believe in slam hunting after the opponent's open bidding. Although it's not impossible, not inconceivable that we could have a slam here. With the finesses being on for us. That's what I mean about the finesses being on, but in diamonds they are not so good. Has a powerful hand, but too balanced for any dreams of slam. So we'll have to finessing clubs at some point, so let's do it. This hand is about finessing clubs and then in diamonds. That's, well, hard to two. I was about to draw a 3rd round of trumps, but they followed suit. Now the Queen of Diamonds should be outside for us to make 12. Otherwise 11. Okay, 11 tricks. One more for them. interesting hand. These lopsided hands with 6-4, but horrible 6-card suits are always intricate to bid, especially with long clubs. 4 clubs. Okay, now this is a very powerful hand for after one hard opening bid. And especially this makes my hand even better. So this is a 4-diamond splinter. And partner with a good hand of nothing in diamonds should be able to take charge. Imagine something like ace third, queen sixth, ace third, and a singleton. That's a slam. So my hand is perhaps even too strong for 4 diamonds, but in a possibly contested auction, I think it's important to give the most descriptive immediate bid that you can. So trying to be 3 diamonds, for example, to show a hand that is stronger than a splinter would be tiptoeing through the tulips. Sometimes I hear 5 diamonds, I bid 3 diamonds, they bid 5 diamonds, and now I'm kind of lost of what's going on. But it's a good contract. The Broda has a minimum opening bid. We are at risk of losing 2 clubs and a heart. If I roulette from a singleton. From my viewpoint, best play looks like a club to the king at this point. Can I not have the king of clubs? Well, king, queen, king, 6 of diamonds. Black queens. Maybe. But I would never play low club to the 7th just on account of that. I have to know the style of my opponent and that he would absolutely never overbid. And I don't think that's true of Ira. And they have a nice spade fit. Huh? If hearts are 3-1, apparently they would lose a diamond and a rough, 2 spades, and a heart. That's 300 in spades. Well played by Rhoda. Setting up the side suit before drawing trumps. The opponents are trying to take out the entries to the clubs, but she has too many. She has a lot of diamond roughs. So now she can cash the king of hearts if she wants to. It's probably best. Rough a club and play. Yeah. Losing a heart after roughing a club. Making 4. 6 points. That's a lot of points. Maybe 4 spades on tables. 6 points is a lot. Okay, 1200 points. 3 suited hand. Easy double at this point. Easy, which doesn't mean successful, especially if it comes 3 or 4 spades, but it means easy. No, they were all 4 hearts, but Roder played well. Setting up the side suit as I mentioned. Okay, over 2 spades, I have an easy double again, just to show extras. And confirm ownership of the hand, basically. This is still a takeout double. As a general rule of thumb, if you make a takeout double or a negative double on one round, your hand doesn't suddenly turn into a penalty double in the second round. So Roder knows that I don't have a penalty double of 1 spade, so I don't have 1 or 2 spades here. She can convert to penalties if she wants to, which is not unlikely, considering that she very likely has 4 spades. If we are chunky, imagine her with something like king, queen, 10, 9 of spades. Okay, so she just took out the double. She has a minimum hand, no good spades, didn't want to bid to no, which was another possibility for her. So I don't think that we should even bid 4 clubs. I think it's hard to pass with 12 and a singleton in their suit. I will bid 4 clubs. Stressing that vulnerable Ira for his 1 spade overcall might have some honors so that we can finesse against him. At least an invitation, I think, is in order. But passing is probably right. Let's put it like that. Passing is probably right, but I couldn't sleep. I couldn't live with myself if I had not shown excellent club support and the spade singleton. Nice opening lead by Ira, giving them some chances, because other than that, it's very possible that 5 clubs would make. But now she has to guess it. 6 of diamonds. I would play the queen here, but with no guarantees. Oops, I think he has something like king 9, 7, 6. I don't know if they lead third. And third from 4. If they lead third from 4, king 9, 6, 3 looks more likely than jack 9, 6, 3. Jack 9, 6, 3 is not an attractive holding to lead from, or jack 9, 7, 6. That's my own perspective. I don't know about Ira's. Leading from a jack appeals less to me than leading from the king. Well, at least we escaped 3 no trumps, which is a 0% contract. We have 5 clubs, an ace, and a stopper that's 7 tricks. We would surely lead spades and have at least 1 heart and 4 spades to cash. Well done, Rhoda. I would have guessed wrongly. Good for us. Now we are in good shape if clubs are 2-2. If they are 3, because we have a discard for the 3rd diamond, Rhoda's hand in the heart. But if diamonds are 3-1, now we still need another trick. She has to draw 3 rounds of trumps. But Maybe the extra trick is the fourth diamond. Maybe diamonds are 3-3. So right play appears to be to draw trumps, even 3 if necessary. Looks like 3 are necessary. And then leave the queen of hearts. Because leading a spade now to establish our club ruffs would enable them to establish their diamond trick while they have the ace of hearts. Doesn't look good to me. So we need to play hearts immediately, or after drawing the next trump, to make sure that we will have that heart discard for our diamond. And then we will need some luck in the red suits, which I think is coming. By the way, Ira has a singleton club, means he has 5-4-3-1. 4-3 in the reds. If he has 4 diamonds, then he has 3 hearts. That is a bad scenario for us. But if he has 4 hearts, then he has 3 diamonds, and diamonds will go established. The last diamond will become established. Now, having played this way and risked this rough, the rough in this round, moment of truth. It's probably best to not draw the last trump at this point. Just catch King Jack of Hearts, discarding the diamond, and then leading a spade, and trying to give the lead to Ira, and then you'll have a cross rough without drawing the last trump. And the catching King Jack of Hearts is extremely safe because Ira with 5 spades and 5 hearts he wouldn't lead low from double to Jack, and he would consider beating Michaels. And so it is clearly a path home from this position. Jack of Hearts will survive because Ira cannot have 5. And now a spade. And a cross rough coming up. Play the king, because why not? Sometimes you win it, but you won't. Ira has this. The preserves are well done, Rhoda. Very often. She plays well and I don't mention it at the table, as I should. The famous WDP. Well done, partner. And diamonds were 3-3 as well. So all lines ended with success. $15. That is the awkward distribution of 4 hearts and 5 diamonds. I'm not a big fan of out of shape no trumps. But I will open it and then I'll explain why I did it. Not a big fan of off shape no trumps. Much less of a fan than many good players, excellent players, who seem to love opening with 5-4s. But 2 things here. First, this is very minimum for a reverse. Perhaps so minimum to open 1 diamond and bid 2 hearts over 1 spade. Second is that this specific combination diamonds and hearts, if I open a diamond, basically I will have to bury the hearts or reverse. There's no no way out of this conundrum after opening one diamond. And second, I have a minimum no trap opening bid. If I had an extra queen somewhere, I don't like to open off shape with a maximum. So we landed in a reasonable spot. At least 4-3, maybe even 4-4. She should have 5 spades, very likely. They're not, nobody's bidding spades. I think she has 5-4 in the majors. 5 spades and 4 hearts. That's what it looks like to me. 3 diamonds and club. We'll see. That's 2 little clubs for us. I don't know if she was intending to pass over to diamonds or not. Maybe she just has the majors without diamond tolerance. Yeah, that's what we have. Okay, so now we need to play a diamond as quickly as possible. Because I want to threaten Ira with 2 clubs discards. If he hops with the ace. If he doesn't, then I have my diamond trick. And I can keep trying to establish my diamonds. And he doesn't know and expect 5 diamonds in my hand after a 2 heart response. Of course, he knows that it is possible, but it's still rare. Now, here comes the club. No, the spade. Oh. Here comes the spade. Now, I was considering this kind of clubs, but if they are threatening to establish a possible 10 third of hearts, maybe I should discard a spade on the diamond right now, and then lead a heart. So I need to, I'm basically playing from dummy's viewpoint. I'll have 2 discards, a spade and a club, and a 5th diamond. I can establish it, which I probably can. Will become the discard for the last club. So let's do that. First, get rid of that spade. I don't want to rough a spade in my hand. And now I want him to grab this hunt. Just to see if there is any 10 third lurking somewhere. Okay, so now it's about establishing the diamonds. Let's see if they are establishable. They are 5-2 or 4-3. Looks like they are plenty establishable. Claim. Consider should we be in this game or not? It's a lucky hand, and that club lead would break it immediately. And well, lucky hand in this sense. Okay, 10 high card points and hearts. Hearts is something that if I don't open 1 heart now, I'll be hard pressed to show this kind of hand later. So I think it's worth mild overbidding. It's a powerful trick taking hand. If I had spades, I could take my time, but hearts are, especially with a singleton spade, it's dangerous to be the passive with hearts. Surprise, surprise. I'll just pick 4 clubs because that's the bit that sticks in my face. And let them sort it out what's going on. Always good to push them to the 5 level. Of course, once in a while it's good to sacrifice in 6 clubs, but I'm not hunting for those unicorns. Maybe Rhoda is, because she knows her hand. I can't. They're having described, I think, extreme balance race. And now I have a side trick. She should have trump tricks, so see. This is a situation in which nobody quite knows what's going on, so it's easy for 6 clubs to be the wrong decision, or for double to be the wrong decision, or for pass to be the wrong decision. All we know is that Leon has a huge hand because he doubled with long spades, which is unusual. Shows a huge hand.
نعم دكتور هو بموضوع آخر أصوات العرب تحديدا العرب والمسلمين قالت أنه لا يجب على حضرتهم
I didn't put Barbara as co-host yet, I think.
ربما يثير انتباه
Set Barbara as co-host. Thanks as usual, Barbara. Okay, nice dummy. Nice dummy in the sense that Rhoda should have a trump trick, so it looks like we are defeating that with our ace of diamonds. It's not even out of the question that Rhoda will ruff a heart. Not out of the question at all. There you go. Not bad. A nice start. But what will happen after? It's a mystery. That's a lot of diamonds for Rhoda. Yeah, there's 6502. A lot of diamonds for Rhoda. With Leon's hand, I'm partial to the pedestrian, 1 heart for spades. And who knows what Rhoda would do right now. I don't know. She has a tough hand on that. Over that. You make 5 clubs. So this is the bar score, right? It's a spade and a diamond. Now, what is our lead against 3-0? A heart for sure. Big believer in 4th best from longest and strongest. And by the way, as a tip, think about your lead during the auction so that you not give inferences for declarer about whether your hand has a tough lead or an easy lead or whatever. Okay, we see 10 high card points and dummy, 9 in our hand. That's 21 missing, out of which Ara has at least 15. I like this kind of play. 5, 9. Okay. And high card points with the minors. Should we open 1 diamond? I don't like it. I wouldn't be very disappointed if it goes all pass. That's item number 1. Item number 2, I don't think diamonds is our best lead. Very likely it isn't. And so, well, here we are. Against this viewpoint, there's always counter arguments, is that opening 1 diamonds always make 4th hand bidding is a little bit less comfortable if he has a big hand, which you might have. Imagine him with a no trump opener without a diamond stopper, or a 19-20 hand that he can no longer open his best minor than jump. He has to choose among the less descriptive options. Heart of spade it is. Come on, spade. Now it's a 2-heart preference. I'm trying to get out of the bidding as quickly as possible. No further ambitions. Okay. We are outgunned here, 12 and 6. When we are outgunned, when you're playing a hand and you find out that the opponents have better cards than you have, they kept quiet, you can usually draw some conclusions from that. The hand balanced, more or less balanced, or the hand that is stronger, right? We have 12 and 6. There's 22 missing. Let's say their points are breaking 13 and 9. This 13 high card point hand should belong in one of our suits, maybe.
Hello. This is Dan Rothstein. I have a question for you on the 5 spades doubled hand.
Good. Let's go back there while they are playing 2 hearts. Can you see the hands here? Here it is on the lower right corner. What's your question?
Question is, do you think that West should have found the 10 of diamonds play rather than the king when Rhoda led the diamond? I believe he makes if he does that.
He doesn't, because he loses the heart rough. So we won the first 3 tricks. And I don't think there's a lot to lose, by the way, because he knows that I have both the ace of, after the ace of clubs lead, he knows that I have the ace of diamonds and the king of hearts. So he might have tried the 10 of diamonds. Just because sometimes we don't find the right defense, and that would help him to discard the 2 hearts. So I think you are on the right track. But on this specific case, it wouldn't help because the heart rough is our 3rd trick. Right? We made 2 aces and a heart rough. But I think the 10 of diamonds plays a well-thought play. And if it loses to the jack, there's no big loss. That's the main point here. Let's say it goes 10 jack win. You have enough entries to dummy later to establish your diamonds, because they'll have to play something, right? Jack of diamonds, and best play for them is a spade. Then you're kind of in a bad shape if it goes like that. 10 of diamonds losing to the jack, spade from me. Since you don't have a club to rough, dummy, you have to play ace of spades, king of spades, spade to dummy. Now you have no tricks there. But that is all another way of losing a heart, because you can always play a low heart to the queen, and you know that you'll be held to only 1 heart loser. So I think it's an interesting possible play. Wouldn't help here because hearts are 5-0. Okay. Anybody can ask questions at any time, by the way, preferably when I'm dummy, of course. Let's head back to the 2 heart bit. I didn't realize if it looks like it was ace of spades, king of spades, and a spade rough or over rough, but let's see. Dummy can see all the plays. We have that prerogative. Yes, so Ira had 4 spades. It was ace, king of spades, spade, roughed high, and she discarded a club. Yeah. And then a heart shift. Running to Ira's king. That was not best defense. She was able now to establish the spade, finessing diamonds as she's doing. So she will win. So let's take out the rubble. So she lost. Ace, king of spades, a spade rough to the queen of hearts, the king of hearts. That's 4 tricks so far. And somebody has a 10 of hearts still to make. But she, unless the 10 of hearts felt it, I don't understand why she didn't repeat the finesses. That is the case. If the 10 of hearts is out, maybe it isn't. Oh, well done. By not repeating. Very inspired. Now the 10 of hearts is, I missed it somewhere so that she was pretty safe. Heart to the king. Oh, the jack and the ace drew out all the times. Yes, that's right. She had already cashed the ace of hearts. So well played. And as I said, the defense helped a little bit. They should have they didn't make a club trick. That's one way of thinking about it. Oh, they made the trick at the end, right? Yeah. Not a big hand anyway. Now pass. And coming back to that, those musings about what's happening when they have more high cards than you. Balanced hands, that's what's happening, as you can see here. Balanced hands and bad suits. One spade. Now, is this enough for a Drury? Two clubs? I know that Rhoda is very liberal with her Drury, so I will do that. But I don't think it's not up to my taste, I think, especially because of 4-3-3-3 and bad intermediates. I would like a little bit more for the two clubs. Drury, which by convention, by agreement, means I have a spade raise and a maximum hand. My best hand. Doesn't look maximum to me, but it's surely a max for two spades, so maybe it is overlapping into two clubs.
Do you not discount, Paulo, do you not discount for your shape and also your honors are scattered?
That's my thinking. But I've been playing with Rhoda since March now. I've noticed that she's liberal with her two club bids. And now I surely should step on the brakes. Two spades is the worst response that I can give to that inquiry of two diamonds. Yeah. Anyway, we landed in two spades. That's what matters. But I really was not very comfortable with two clubs here, as you probably noticed.
Thank you.
So 4 spade tricks. Ace, king, and ace. That's 7. This lead is not a single, and it's not from 4 to the queen jack 10. And so she should not be worried about spades. 4-1. So best play now is to play ace and king of clubs and a club. Sometimes they break. Looks like a fairy tale, but sometimes it does. And if they don't, you can later try to leave the diamond to your queen. Yeah, Iris commenting exactly what I just said. I'll say I agree. But they throw the style. Take away that too wise. Looks like clubs are breaking. As I said, sometimes it happens. So 8 tricks it is. If they're cashing his king of hearts, it's exactly 8 tricks. Very well. And the king of diamonds was on side, so ready-made for 8, 6 in spades. 10 high card points. No temptation to do anything other than this throughout the bidding here. No temptation to double, especially when they open our best suit. Rhoda may feel some temptation. Not full versus full. We have the high cards that she expects, but they are all in the wrong places. She doesn't want to find high cards in hearts or diamonds. She would love to get them in spades or clubs if she's thinking of bidding something. Six of spades, third and low. So this can be something like King 7-6 or King 7-6. And it's 4, so the player has 2. Because I want the player to commit to some minor suit. Yes, I want to know more about the hand before I decide what to do over when I win my ace of hearts. And also maybe I'll deceive the player. Not impossible. Let's try our diamonds. See how many of them we've got. One. Looks like Rhoda has a jack of hearts. Since the player did not cash it, I might have played low instead of the jack. I was hoping that Rhoda had 4 spades rather than 3. From 3 to the king strikes me as a bit strange, but it was an overtrick. Not more than that. They stopped low. That's probably why they won 4 imps. Okay, 16 I got points. 1 hard. Coming up. Yeah, I see lots of people winning more than they should. Here is the 1 hard coming up, even over a 1 club. Here's 1 hard coming up. Now I've had extras, I will double bundle trump, that's what I was about to say. But then I'll quit. If Rhoda doesn't bid anything over that, maybe she'll double. 2 spades double. Doesn't sound bad. Yeah, 3 diamonds is fine too. Over 3 spades, we'll go to 4 diamonds. Lucky I don't have to decide yet, but should. Great hand. Really a nice bit by Rhoda. She will try to lose 2 clubs, a heart and a diamond at most, or 2 hearts and no diamonds. It's kind of rough to get to her hand. Of course, she has a club ruff coming up. She has to play clubs now, and at some point ruff a club to her hand, and then lead a heart and guess hearts. I don't know how yet, but then ruff a heart to her hand and then finesse in diamonds. That's the right order of play. So what heart? Depends on what clubs show up by East, but West should have a top honor. So West has the Queen 6 of spades apparently, and a club honor. And East has the other club honor, and the King of spades, and among Ace Queen of hearts and King of diamonds he needs 2 out of 3. Which means we don't know if we should play a heart to the king or heart to the 10. Not yet. I don't know, please. No heart, that's an interesting play, especially if West has the queen that can trap him into playing low reflexively. He shouldn't, because he should have a hard stop. But it might. Now, the danger of heart to the jack is that it is possible that the king of diamonds is offside. If Ira has ace queen of hearts, king of diamonds, and a club honor. So there is room for West to have the king of diamonds. But let's hope it doesn't. Maybe West has ace king of clubs. It's possible that West has ace king of clubs and the queen of spades. And then East would have king of spades, ace queen of hearts, king of diamonds for his 12. Maybe the jack of clubs for 13. Yes, I'm still here, even though everything is so quiet and not moving at the table. I hope my connection is still fine. Since you are all here, I guess it is. Yeah, having led low heart. Okay, so heart's a great card to be found on West, because now East is basically forced to have the king of diamonds. Maybe if he has a long king of diamonds, then they can play a spade and force them into rough, and king third of diamonds becomes a trip. Is it possible? Yes, it's very possible. He has 2 spades only. So Rhoda should try. She should duck this, first of all, not play the queen. That would tempt West to let the jack run, because the best defense now is for West to win the king of clubs and play the queen of spades. Interesting psychological situation here. East should have, since he has only 2 spades, well played, Rhoda, as usual. If West has 2 spades, he should have something like 2, 3, 3, 5, or 2, 4, 3, 4. Now she roughs, leads a low diamond to the queen, roughs a heart, and repeats the finesse and gets home. Really, the odds that East has 3 diamonds are very high, considering the doubles in spade. You have to have something like 2, 4, 2, 5, or 2, 3, 2, 6 to have only 2 diamonds. Both are very unlikely, hence much less likely than 2, 3, 3, 5 or 2, 4, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like 2, 3, 3, 5. After the heart. Yep. There you go. Well done, Rhoda. Well, next case. I have a friend here asking me about the Zoom. I'm just telling him that I am in the Zoom. Okay. An opening bid. Do not preempt with that. That is a 1 spade opening bid. Spade double. That's the worst thing that you can hear. 3 diamonds. One trump is not bad. Shows some tolerance for clubs for sure. So I'm free to repeat 3 clubs here. I won't pass 3 no trump though. This is not a hand that looks like no trump to me. And I will bid for spades because first we're vulnerable. Second, I have a void in the suited arrow just mentioned. And third, I have 6-5. So lots of things going on. In favor of aggressiveness. Got a lucky lead. too concentrated for one of trumps. I would like to just bid my diamonds, but that's clubs. That's better. That double indicates club length, so it's easier to find. I don't think I'll find a short club piece, which is a reason to play low. Now, if he leads a low spade, which I think he will, no. So for the 7 then. Does Ara have 6 diamonds? I have to rough mark the club and hope that the king of spades is with Ira. It's a very lucky conflict if it is. Or that there's a double check. The luck favors the bold. Spades are not 4-1. I think they might be. I detected a slight hesitation from Ira deciding to double or not, but no. He had king jack third. So let's claim. That's a huge vulnerable game, which is the blood of this game. Oh no, Rick had king third.
Well done, sir.
Thank you, but it's completely unlike I thought when he dug the king. He had king third. They should have played a spade before, right? Anyway. It's good that I didn't duck the queen of clubs. I didn't want to make it easier for them to play spades. I don't think I mentioned that in the thought, but it was there when I played the king over the queen of clubs. If I play low, I will play a trump. And I don't want that. But if they play a trump after winning the second club, it still defeats me. After the jack of club wins the second club, low trump from Ira defeats me. It's hard. That's why we bid vulnerable games, because it's hard to defeat them when they're close enough. We got a favorable lead, which is kind of expected, but also a favorable break, and favorable defense. 3 favorables in a row. Oh, nice bid by Rhoda. Looks like 7 spades and 2 aces are likely to come home. That's how it looks like. If spades are not breaking, then the queen of diamonds should be on side after the lead. And that it's enough for 10 tricks, even if spades are 4-1. Okay, now we're home. I'm hoping for 12. If there's king, queen, third on side. Diamonds. 4, 11. It's king, queen, fourth or double on side. I don't believe in king queen turn. Not a believer to that extent. My bet is 11. Right defense by arrow here. And diamonds 4-2 makes 11 tricks. Or 10, right? Yeah, I'm miscounting tricks all along. That's why it comes when you're dummy. 7 spades and 2 aces. The jack of diamonds is the 10th trick. Yes. I don't know why I thought she had 8 spades. Okay. A preempt. That is a preempt. Compare with the 4 spades hand. This is a preempt. Not after partner opens, no. Now this is a very interesting hand. It's probably an invite. If it goes with 1 spade, 1 of trump, I would invite with 3 spades. Rather than let me just take this phone call. Is quite urgent apparently during my Zoom. Hello. Hi. Should. October 20th. It's gone. No, I won't be here. I'll be out of town next week. Okay. Yeah, to the 4th of I get back on the 4th. Okay. See ya. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay. It was more like 4 spades and 3 after a second thought. So we're in 4 spades, apparently at the risk of a club ruff. It's all trumps. If there is no club ruff, then we will require, if there is a club ruff, we will require hard finesse. But now we're safe. Nobody can give a ruff to yourself. There's no entries. And trumps out to 2 anyway. So it's the finesse for 11. If he needs another club, which it doesn't have clubs, but if he did need another club, yeah, let's finesse this. Instead of trying to rough out the king of diamonds. If the gave us the chance of trying to ruff out the king of diamonds, then we could add that to our basic chance, but they didn't. We had to choose. So hard finesse is way better than a short ace of diamonds. One heart, two hearts. Ordinary raise. Ordinary hand. Our hand has not improved by the two spade of recall. We have an ordinary hand that has become more ordinary. So no acceptance of any game try from me. Even though we're vulnerable, but there's method to this madness. We should not be bidding vulnerable games willy-nilly all the time. His hand has deteriorated after the king of spades. It's shown to be under the spade length and strength. So, and also West not only should have spade length and strength, but also any side high cards, for instance the ace of clubs, might very well be with him. It's a slight change in the odds of the deal, but it's sufficient, I think. Three clubs. It's fitting well with my hand. Now that is an interesting bid. Now the vulnerability convinces me to go to 4. Since now that my king of clubs is a proven value and I have a doubleton, she should have possibly, should is a strong word, she might have a spade shortness and club length and diamond length to rough and dummy. Wow. I don't think it will be a disappointment. Although perhaps you might have chosen 6 clubs. It's possible that clubs is better than hearts. If she has something like 5-5 or 6-5. Then we'll see. No, she has 3 clubs only. I don't know why she didn't get 3 diamonds, but here we are. They're probably equivalent. It's just a matter of style. Great lead for us. Honestly, with her hand, I think the best bid is 3 spades. Should show a void. And announce slam interest, not only game interest. That's what I would have chosen with over 2 spades, 3 spades. Probably all roads lead there. Probably. How they play this. Jack of diamonds running to the queen. It's a strange lead. Strange non-spade lead. Very strange. That said, it's a little choice other than ace of diamonds, diamond rough, and club to the jack. Very little choice other than that. I would have let a club from queen 10 5th, I think, hoping for a rough. So that's a big risk of playing a club prematurely. He's finding Leah with a singleton. I don't think that's likely. Diamond rough with the 8. You've got to try that. Because that is very strange. Looks like Jack 10 fifth is very likely on East. So maybe heart to the queen and the club to the. No, that's bad because, well, if it loses, you're dead anyway. You have to hope for the 10 queen outside at this point. I think it's best to try to rough a diamond. We'll get over roughed, I think. But still, that's only one trick. Doesn't he play a trump? Oh no, a club. Club gives us an extra chance in clubs. There you go. Now, if she can rough another diamond with a 9, or rough a diamond with a queen, which is the best. If she plays the queen of hearts, in effect, she's losing only to Jack 10 third with West. And that would give East a singleton heart. I don't believe East has a singleton heart because he should have some spades. Why didn't he raise spades with a singleton heart? Nope. Best is to. You can cash the queen of hearts if you want to. Then rough a diamond with the 9. Because East has the remaining heart link. Queen of hearts, spade rough, diamond rough, spade rough. I don't believe in 8 spades with Leah. So 2 roughs in north should be safe. And draw trumps. The only holding with which East could have a singleton heart is something like 5-5 in the minors, 2-1. That would give West 7 spades. 3-2-1. That's too many spades for a non-vulnerable 2-spade bid. I don't believe it. Wouldn't play for it. Leon is trying to accelerate the play, but he has the wrong picture of the hand. the comment by Leon, of course, as dummy, we can take advantage of that. Oh, that is the wrong play. What a pity. Machine Effect was playing for ace to be short in hearts. Now she's down. Tough hand.
Paolo, just a question. I'm thinking that when he don't we have a little bit of a restricted choice question on how to play the hearts? Roughing with the jack would indicate not the 10.
Without the bidding, yes, for sure. But you notice that my whole speculation was about the two spade bid by West. And so, yes, if the bidding had been without any interference, surely she should try to rough with a 9 on a counter restricted choice. That adds to the argument of roughing with a 9. But I think persuasive here is the fact that a hand that is short in hearts here, which is the only concern for the line of roughing another diamond with a 9, is a hand that's basically impossible. That would leave West with 7 spades.
But the West can have a doublet on heart. It's not the Queen of Hearts just the best play.
Queen of Hearts, right line at this point, I think, is Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
Spade rough, diamond rough.
Yeah, exactly.
And another spade rough, King of Hearts.
Yeah, and kind of cares for everything.
That would win with Hearts 2-2, or with singled on 10 of Hearts here and Jack third. She'll try the let's run all our tricks gambit, but they are being kept by different hands. So Ira is keeping that 10 of diamonds, 9, I think. I think he played the 10 already. The 9 of diamonds till the bitter end. All done to them, 12 imps. Big hand, but we're still a bit ahead. Now preempt, not Vol versus Vol. That inspires in me the most aggressive instincts. That is, I think, a 4-spade bid, especially after a 1-heart open call, 1-heart opening bid with in my single. My reasoning is basically this: why 4 spades instead of 3? If it goes 1-heart, 3 spades, 3-note trump pass, or 4 hearts pass, I will not be comfortable. I will want to bid 4 spades as a sacrifice. So if I want to bid 4 spades after these auctions, I should bid it now. And I think now Rhoda has better information about my lack of defensive tricks to do whatever she thinks best. Maybe sacrifice over 6 spades. She passes, I'll pass. What is is my lead against 6 hearts. Probably not a spade because West should be avoiding spades for this auction. Else, why, or long enough to assume that his partner is short, because otherwise he should just ask for aces. Why not? Unless they play that 4 on trump is some two-suited hand. So if it goes pass, what can I do? Okay, last hand for Ira, which means this is our last hand for the broadcast too. Hope you all enjoyed it, and there's still something exciting coming up. Next week, I will be playing in a regional at this time, so I don't think there will be any kind of play, not only no Zoom, but also no play. Rhoda will play with me, incidentally. And so we will reconvene 2 weeks from now, Thursday morning or noon, perhaps, if you're time, but if you're further to the west of the United States, morning, 2 Thursdays from now. As I said, this now is, I have 0 tricks for her, which means that the decision is well informed by lack of defensive tricks. So we can claim here, losing 4 tricks, down 3. Lose 2 diamonds and 2 hoops, yes. And they make 6 hearts, unless clubs are 3-3. No, they always make 6 hearts. I don't believe he has a singleton spade and did like that. $500 versus a slam is a nice 0.9, but still nice result. Anyway, thanks everybody. Let me thank the players. If you have any questions from any of the hands that we just played, I'm still here, so bring them on. I'll just the table. Thanks all. Close the table. Want to get random people sitting down here, and the floor is open to any questions or comments. To reiterate, next week there will be no Zoom like this. We'll be playing live, me and Rhoda. 2 weeks from now, which is, I think, 7, November 7th.
Thank you, Paulo.
7th. Thank you, Babs, for helping.
Always interesting.
And I'll see you then.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you all. There's something in the chat here. Let me just see.
Yeah, thanks for your questions, Dan. It was interesting.
All the questions are always interesting.
I'm glad to hear it.
Oh, that's great.
Take care, guys.
Okay, see you next week.
2 weeks from now.
Oh, 2
2
weeks from now. Okay.
November 7th.
Oh, that's Halloween.
That's how.
Ah. Okay, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.